Hey, what's going on? It's Andrew here once again with drivingtothriving.com. I got another update on the my.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in here real quick. These are unscripted videos. So that was kind of early in the morning I started this video. And I realized after I kind of got started, after I was re-listening to it, that I didn't really say for anybody that's just coming here for the first time and have no idea what's going on. I'm doing a case study on a system that I'm using with Clickbank for affiliate marketing, which gives us leads, business opportunity leads every day that we can send out, and they just keep adding these leads to our account. So you're paying for the service to get the leads, which comes from third-party groups, which is completely legal. It's safe. It's not spammy or anything like that. These people have opted in to get more information about money-making ideas. So we are using Clickbank. At least I am in this case. I'm using Clickbank product, and I'm also promoting the system itself, My Lead Gen Secret, and getting referrals for the system. So it's kind of twofold there. At least that's what I'm doing now. When I first started, I wasn't I was kind of just working with Clickbank and another product that I was working with at one point. So anyway, just to kind of update you as to what's going on here. And I mentioned later on in this video, there will be a training video over here in the corner. I'll put a link up there if you want to get all the details and find out how this is set up. And then in the future, you want to like and follow if you want to continue to watch and get the updates, because I do things a little different than I used to, and so in the future I'll be updating that. So let's get back to the video, and I'll talk to you again soon.
My Lead Gen Secret Clickbank case study, and I was thinking about this for a while, and it's could be one of the best side hustles while working full time, because it takes a small amount of time to implement, and it has a factor of residual income to it, and also just regular income from the sales, the one-time sales of the Clickbank offers. So kind of got a little bit of both there, kind of like 2-in-1, doing it the way that I'm doing it anyway. And though it takes, it took me quite a bit of time, doesn't really matter that much if it pays off in the long run, right? It's like an investment, like long-term investing. So that's how I'm looking at it. And it's not a lot. I know a lot of people would probably like, well, that ain't nothing, but my whole idea is to something is better than nothing, and my whole idea is to create multiple streams. So this is an easy way to create a stream of income that increases over time. So that is my goal here. So I had a really big sale, and I've had kind of an odd pattern here happen on the sales. I had my first time back-to-back, had some close ones here. I think there was another sale before that, and then had a long stretch of no sales, and then there's one huge one. Now I'm working on another long stretch. So a lot of different things are, odd with this, and I contribute that a lot to, I always thought maybe there was something shady going on. I don't know if a company would buy their own products just to promote their product. I guess that could happen, but it just seems kind of weird to be doing something like that. But I've also noticed over the years, years ago when I first got into affiliate marketing, I also had kind of my own little project, like a training on trading, and I would sell that for like $50, and it would, didn't make a whole bunch of income off of it, but I'd get a sale here and there, and sometimes it'd be like, 2 a month, and then be nothing, and then be 1 here, and then be 3, and then So, the market is the market. The market can be very odd. And until you have, I think, like in this case, we have multiple leads. So until you have a huge amount of leads to kind of soften that and even the sales out, whatever that number is, I don't know. But even then, something could happen in the world. We used to say, we used to say things like back in the late 90s, like Saddam Hussein could wake up with a bellyache and, the whole world could change or something like that. The butterfly, over in Africa flaps its wings and creates all kinds of storms, or, these odd little things can happen in the world, events in the world that would affect the market and people will pull back. They won't buy so much, or people, maybe something like this, they'll buy a lot more. So that's just market kind of movement. It's like that, I would think, with any business. Some things are seasonal. Summertime, there's a lot more business, things like that. So that's just kind of how I'm seeing it. And, hey, as long as the money keeps coming in, as long as I'm going to be profitable, I can't really buck against it, because it takes a short amount of time per day to implement this, and I'm just collecting leads, paying for the service, of course, but I'm also getting payment back. And I just think that's awesome. So that's why I'm bringing these updates to you for someone else that might want to try to do the same thing. Know you're going to be in it for a while. Prepare for that. Financially, I used a credit card and just financed it until we can go back over here. Technically, I'm still in the negative of $49, but then again, I have another $50 sitting on to be collected from My Legion Secret that I just left on there. I added a payment. I received $135. So basically, the My Legion Secret, as I've been saying and been trying to get to, is paying for the service. And then the sales from the Clickbank, of course, are profit. And right here, I went ahead and added all my expenses for the My Legion Secrets, which would be $150 because I have 5 accounts. And at $30 a pop, that's $150, right? So, so these up here are the accounts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the number sales. I've got 8 on the first one, 15 on the second one, 19 on the third one, 13 on the fourth one, and 6 on the fifth one. The fifth one was added about 6 months ago. I've had the other 4 over a year, so that's the state there. So just kind of saying that, because if you're interested in starting, it really kind of varies, the accounts, the leads that you get. So you could get, a account that's like number 3 with 19 sales, and you could get an account like number 1. It's only got 8 sales in over a year. It's starting to make a comeback. For the longest time, it was only 5 sales. So anyway, it just varies. It just depends. So obviously, the more accounts you have, your odds kind of go up of getting more consistent sales sooner. But it all depends. Just depends on the budget. If you're willing to wait it out, eventually, from what I've seen, they do come around and all start performing much better as our accounts mature. Okay, so just a couple of things that else that I wanted to update on you real quick is, first of all, we'll go over kind of the week, last month or so is higher than normal, or than it has been. Even though I only got 1 sale this week so far, I still got 1 more day in the Clickbank week, meaning that Clickbank shuts off its sales, kind of like their pay week, ends Tuesday, which would be today at midnight. So if I get another sale in there, that'll be 2. So I was averaging like 2 sales a week, and then it dropped back here on this one. I only got 20 bucks. I only got one sale. And then the next week I got like 3 sales right in here. These 3 sales here, but it only amounted to $68. And then this week I got like 1 sale and it amounts to $108. Just so you can kind of see how it goes. It flip-flops. You get 2 sales, you get 3 sales. So you know, until, you know, I've seen accounts where people are getting a sale every day, back to back, every day, every day, every day, every day. And then it's increasing from there. They might get 2 sales a day, 2 sales a day, 2 sales a day. So that's kind of where I'm shooting for eventually. Maybe I should add more accounts to get to that point. I don't know yet, but I'm happy with the 5 for now, and I'm just going to keep pushing with that. And before I continue, if you're interested in starting something like this, I'll kind of have an outline below with the links that you need to get started. It'll be under resources, and I kind of give a little instruction. You know, start here, My Legion Secret. You want to buy your first account through my link. That's if you want to give me the commission. If not, wherever you want to decide to buy it from. And then after that, your second account, if you're going to buy more, you want to buy from yourself, right? So that you are the referred. And I'll just kind of show you. This is my number 1 account. So the RC is reoccurring. So this is from one of my members that I got a sale from on this account. So this is my number 1 account. So I only get $1 because that was sold on my number 5 account. So you got the 5-tier level in effect here. This Andrew P29, that is me reoccurring. This Andrew one here is me. That's a reoccurring. So I'm getting the benefit from, you know, buying these accounts from myself, and they understand that, and they're okay with us doing that. So it's a good way to kind of add back to yourself a little bit. If you have 5 accounts, that amounts to about a little over, I think it was a little over 300. Yeah, about $300 a year. So basically, I got 2 free months of My Legion Secret Service, referring myself. So it's definitely helpful. And then in the beginning, when you're first starting, you start getting a few sales coming in from the Clickbank. You will, that helps too. So it's not like you're financing full bore. Eventually, you start getting some money back, and that helps make pay for the cost. So we will go. So we can look kind of back in time a little bit. When I first started this account, this was back in June of last year. I had another account that I was using for Clickbank when I first started, and you would see a payment every other week. When I started this account, it got a little bit more consistent. I started getting a payment every week, so I was making a sale at least once a week. And that's pretty much is how it's been ever since. Except for recently, in the more recent action, we had this event back about, 8 weeks ago? 6 weeks, 7 weeks ago? Where not only me, but just about everybody, there was a mass refund on the Clickbank. And that kind of raised my suspicions, like this is a scam, I didn't know what to think, really. And I did notice that my sales come in from Clickbank from a select few different states. And those are some of the things I was talking to, commenting on YouTube with a fellow entrepreneur who is doing the same thing, and kind of said, yeah, suspicions around that. He does see that, but he always thought that maybe that's where they're collecting the leads from. And then I was kind of thinking about, yeah, that could be. Those are the few states that they're collecting the leads from. Since this has happened, that's all kind of changed. Now I get sales from all different kinds of states. I think I even got one sale from maybe Australia or something, from another country. So it just always proving me wrong. My suspicions are always getting proven wrong. So this was like a little suspicious action, but I mean, it's been consistent in a way, consistently, very gradually climbing and climbing and climbing, which I really like to see. I mean, yeah, I wish it would just go to making $500 a week right away, of course. But, you know, it's making the progress, which is a good thing, and I'm happy about that. So I'll continue to do it as long as I continue to get the sales. Plus, I think probably one of the best things I ever did was add the My Legion Secret link, my referral link, in my signature. That way, getting exposure and getting sales from that. So I have accumulated, on top of my own, another 6. So I have a total of 11, or I think 7. Yeah, I've added 7 referrals. So that's paying for itself with that. With, you know, counting my own, it's 10. So that's paying for itself. Oh, in case you didn't know, I'm out here on the road, so go ahead and take a look at this sale. Came from my number 2 account, and it was a sale. I got the bump plus a huge upsell on that one, so that was real nice. And that was from Right Apps Review, and that was on the May 4th. So within this month, so it's counting, Clickbank is counting that as 2 sales. Because if we look down here under affiliate, so for the month we've got 2 sales, but basically 1 sale event, if you will. Last month we had 12, and so far the beginning of this month is starting. It looks like a little slow with 2 sales. So, but if they're all like that, can't complain about that. We'll see what happens today. Hopefully something else will come in. I'm going to be getting ready to send out my email this morning. So I'm hoping in the next couple of videos or so I'll do a little bit of how I'm doing it now with sending out the emails, even though I do have some training on it, and I'll put a link up here in the corner if you want to go see the breakdown as to you know, how to get started and set it up. Alright guys, that's basically it. Before I go, if you are interested into having a greater successful mindset, I'd like to invite you to click on the very first link in this description below and go check out the Mastermind Collection. These are digital books that entrepreneurs that have gone before us have used the principles within these books, and you get them for free to be successful. And you also will be invited to Mastermind Call that they do every day, Monday through Friday, and you can also listen to the replay, where these entrepreneurs who are debt-free millionaires talk about you know, what they've done in Mastermind. We read books together. It's kind of a way to stay in touch and stay updated with bettering yourself, growing and developing your mindset. Alright, so I hope you find that helpful. It's a free gift. First link in the description below. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.